योऽन्तः प्रविश्य मम वाचमिमां प्रसुप्ता सञ्जीवयत्यखिलशक्तिधरस्वधाम्ना अन्यां च हस्तचरणश्रवणत्वगादीन् प्राणान्नमो भगवते पुरुषाय तुभ्यम्. Shloka 93 in Vishnu Sahasranama is Sattvavan Satvika Satyah Satya Dharma Parayanah Abhipraya Priyarhorhah Priyakrit Pridivardhanah. There are 9 namas in this shloka and they are Sattvavan, Satvikah, Satyah, Satya Dharma Parayanah, Abhiprayah, Priyarhah, Arhah, Priyakrit, Pridi Vardhanah. The first nama, Sattvavan, is one who has predominant sattvic nature. He may have a light trace of the other gunas, that is Rajasic guna or Tamasic guna. His predominant guna is Sattva guna. He is very calm, serene. Bhagavan is very calm, serene. But behind that calmness, he is completely brave and valiant. That's the nature of Sattva guna. Sattva guna is not only being calm and peaceful. They just don't care for anything adharmic. So he has a very calm and serene nature, completely Sattva predominant nature. The next nama is Sattvikaha. Sattvika also is, he is completely Sattvic in nature, but he expresses that Sattvic nature by performing Sattvic karma, Sattvic actions. When he takes avatars, he performs numerous actions or he expressed that Sattvic nature. That's why he is called Sattvikaha. He is untainted by any emotions and he is established in Sattva guna. And the next nama is Satyaha. This is a very common nama, has appeared in many slokas before, like Shloka 12, 23, 31, and it goes on. Satya means Bhagavan is established in truth. He is embodiment of truth. There is no truth other than him. Truth is that which remains the same in the 3 periods of time, that is the past, present, and future. Only Bhagavan remains like that. Everything in this creation changes. And so he is called Satyaha, and the Taittiriya Upanishad in 2.1.1, it very beautifully says, Om Brahma Vidapnoti Param Tadeshabhyukta Satyam Jnanamanantam Brahma Yo Veda Nihidam Guhayam Parame Vyoman Soshnute Sarvan Kaman Saha Brahmana Vipashriteti. There is one who knows Brahman, he attains Brahman. So the knower of Brahman attains that highest. Brahman is Satyam, truth, Jnanam, knowledge, Anantam, infinite. He who knows Brahman is existing in his Hridi heart and identifies with it, he attains that supreme state. So Brahman is Satyam and Bhagavan Mahavishnu is no one else than Brahman. So that is a Satya, that's the meaning of the nama Satya. Satya Dharma Parayanaha. Satya means truth, Dharma means righteous act, and Parayanaha means one who is devoted to it. Bhagavan Vishnu, he is devoted to Satya and Dharma because only by Satya and Dharma this creation can be sustained. If adharma increases a lot, then this creation cannot be sustained. When we follow the Satya and Dharma, we can align with the universe. So the people who are so sattvic and follow Dharma and Satya, they can understand the working of this creation. So Vedas also say Satyavada Dharmanchara. So that's the importance for Satya and Dharma. And Bhagavan Vishnu, he always supports it or devoted to Satya and Dharma. And the next nama, fifth nama, is Abhiprayaga. Abhipraya means basically an idea, a desire, your will, a concept, everything, principle. So Brahman is, in the reality, it is explained through Tattva only. And he is that Tattva. He is complete consciousness. This creation itself emerged from Brahman. So, and it is the combination of many Tattvas. And so he is called Abhiprayaha. Another interpretation is Bhagavan is sought after by the seekers to attain the four Purusharthas of life. That is Dharma, Artha, Kama and Moksha. So to attain the four Purusharthas, people seek him. And another meaning is Abhipraya is at the final time, that is the time of delusion, all these beings enter in him. He is that entering point at the time of delusion. So that is Abhipraya. And the next nama, sixth nama, is a Priyarha. Priya means one who is very dear, and Arha means that is worthy of accepting. Priyarha means we give what all are so precious for us, dear to us, to the person whom we like most, who we love most. That is because we love ourselves, and to that self we give that which we consider it as precious or great. And this is very well explained in Brihadaranyaka Upanishad. Atmanastu kamaya sarvam priyam bhavati. Of all the things dear to one, the self is the dearest. And that's why we love Bhagavan so much, because he is our self. We love ourselves and we love Bhagavan. So that is Priyarha. He is worthy of getting what all are so dear to his bhaktas. And the next nama is also connected with this. Arha. Arha means, the Acharya says, Swagata, Asana, Prashamsa, Arghya, Padya, Stuti, Namaskaradhibihi, Pujana Sadhanaihi, Pujaniya iti Arha. Bhagavan is worthy of worshipping him by words, welcoming him by words. Swagata, Asana, offering him some seed, a good seed. Prashamsa, telling about his glories. Arghya, doing puja. And Padya, washing his feet with the water. Stuti, praising him after giving him what all to as Naivedya, praising him. Namaskaradhibihi, we worship him, prostrate before him. With puja sadhana, we do puja. He is worth of all that. And so he is called Arhaha. And next nama is Priya Krit. Priya means desire or love, and Krit means one who fulfills or creates. So when we worship Bhagavan, he also fulfills our dharmic desires, and he makes us also happy. And the next nama is also connected with it. Preeti Vardhanaha. Preeti means joy or happiness. Vardhana means multiplies. He multiplies our happiness. When we worship Bhagavan, he occupies our mind, removes all our worries and sorrow and everything, grief, and he multiplies our happiness. He multiplies our satisfaction, happiness and joy. So that is Preeti Vardhanaha. So these are the 9 namas of this shloka, and the summary of this shloka, shloka 93, is: he is the embodiment of Sattva Guna. He is the truth. He is devoted to Satya and Dharma. He is most sought after. He is worthy to be worshipped in many ways. We worship Bhagavan, and in turn he satisfies our desires, dharmic desires, and multiplies our happiness. So this is shloka 93 of Vishnu Sahasranama. Next is shloka 94 of Vishnu Sahasranama. Vihaya sagadir jodi suruchirkhudabug vibuho ravir virochana suryaha savitara vilochanaha. There are 10 namas in this shloka, and they are Vihayasagatihi, Jyotihi, Suruchihi, Hudabuk, Vibhuhu, Ravi, Virochana, Suryaha, Savita, Ravilochanaha. So the first nama, Vihayasagatihi. Vihayasa means sky, Gatihi means path. One who travels in the path of sky. So what is it? It is the sun. So that as the effulgent being, as the Surya, he travels on the sky, and so he is called Vihayasa Gatihi. And another interpretation is the Vaikunta is beyond the sky. So he travels through the sky, take that path and reach that Vaikunta. And another interpretation is it is because of him, through his bhakti, we also reach this supreme above. So that is Vihayasa Gatihi. The next nama is Jyotihi. Jyoti means he shines in his own effulgence. And he gives radiance and brightness for other beings also. So he shines in his own effulgence. He is self-radiant, self-effulgent, and so he is called Jyotihi. And Mahanarayana Upanishad, it says, Narayana Paro Jyoti Atma Narayana Paraha. Narayana is the supreme light and Narayana is the ultimate soul. So that is Jyotihi. The third nama is Suruchihi. Ruchi means desires or effulgence, shining, wish. Suruchihi means good effulgence, good wish, good desires, etc. One whose effulgence, radiance is beautiful, attractive. That is Suruchihi. So when we see that effulgence, we are attracted by it. It is so beautiful. It attracts us. That is Suruchihi. The next nama is Hudabuk. Huda means what are offerings we give in the sacrifice, and Buk means one who accepts it or enjoys it. Whatever deity we worship or we perform yajna, in that form of that deity, it is Bhagavan Vishnu who accepts all the offerings. We may worship different deities or different gods or devatas, but in the end, ultimately, it all goes to Bhagavan Vishnu. So he is that ultimate enjoyer of all the offerings given in whatever sacrifice we do. Either directly or indirectly, through other gods, he will accept it and receive it. He is omnipresent. That's why he is accepting everything. The fifth nama is Vibhuhu. He is all pervading. And he is the Lord of the three lokas. He is beyond that. So he is Vibhuhu. Ravi means actually the sun. And the sun, it takes the essence of all the objects. It dries up all the objects. It takes the essence of all the living beings or whatever it is. It takes the essence of this entire creation. And through sun, Bhagavan Vishnu, he accepts that essence. He takes the essence of the sun. And so he is called Ravihi. He is the precise. He is inside that sun and giving us light and energy. So he sucks the essence of the Surya. So he is called Ravihi. And the next nama is Virochanaha. V means Vivitam. Rochana means exhibiting splendor or anything. Vivitam rochate iti virochanaha. He has multiple splendors and it gives pleasure to all in varieties of ways. And the Lord shines in the universe in different forms and aspects. There is nothing in this world except the power of Bhagavan. He shines as the Surya, as Chandra, as the Nakshatra, as any Graha, as any planet, everything. The next nama is Suryaha. Here, what it means is, Acharya gives the interpretation as It generates wealth and brilliance, and so as the either he can as the sun or as the fire. And sun, it always gives radiance and gives energy for all beings. And Agni, that is fire, it gives light to all at all needed times. So he is said as Surya. So here the interpretation is given as one who gives wealth and brilliance, both. The next nama is Savita. Savita means actually it is the presiding deity in Surya, that is the essence of Bhagavan. But another interpretation is given by Acharya. Savita in the short form is the short form of Prasavita, meaning creator. Sarvasya Jagataha Prasavita Savita. So he is the creator of the whole world and hence called Savita. Savita is Prasavita, that is, he is the creator of this entire creation, and so he is called Savita. The next nama, 10th nama, is Ravi Lochanaka. Ravi means sun and Lochana means eyes. Ravi Lochana means one who has sun as his eyes. So the eyes represent the place of, it is the presiding deity of the eyes is the sun. So it is Ravi Lochana, one who has a sun as his eyes. And this is very well explained in the Vishwarupa scene by Arjuna and Sanjaya, and also by Sri Shuka Brahmarishi when he explains the Virat Purusha Rupa in Srimad Bhagavata. He will explain this. That is the sun and the moon, or the two eyes of Bhagavan. And the summary of this shloka is, through bhakti, the devotees attain the highest realm. He is self-effulgent and his effulgence is also beautiful. He accepts the offerings of all yajnas. He is all-pervading. He shines as the sun and observes the essence of all objects. He has multiple splendor. He generates and creates wealth. He is the creator and has the sun as his eyes. So that is the shloka 94 of Vishnu Sahasranama. I will continue with the rest of the shlokas of Vishnu Sahasranama in my next upload. Kayena vacha manasyendriyairva buddhyatvana va prakrute swabhavat karomi yatyat sakhalam parasmai Narayanaayati samarpayami. Om Tat Sat.